think consumers are not quite sure, how small can it go before you can't really use it easily, but then if it gets bigger, then it simply becomes a regular laptop. So trying to find what we say in English, the sweet spot, the perfect area in terms of screen size, keyboard size, also weight, portability, you put it in your pocket, or maybe you put it in your bag. Also in terms of price, these things, it's still a young market, it hasn't matured yet. And I think in the next year, I think actually things will become more settled and certain products will become more mature, and the manufacturers and the consumers will know what they want. Consumers who would find this kind of device very useful. Maybe not as your main PC, so at home perhaps you still have your desktop, or perhaps a larger notebook. But certainly for traveling, I think price is also important. These kind of devices are between 300 and 400 euros. So it's something you can take on a plane. Whereas before, with this, I remember Sony have some very beautiful small devices, but they're we're talking maybe $2,000 US for this kind of device. So we think it's the right price point. It's a portable device, so I think with this level of portability right now, there are often a compromise. However, our new Nano processor, products should be available perhaps in September, Q4 later this year, that will offer higher performance, maybe for a higher price, that will remains to be seen. But we certainly see what we call no compromise computing. So people can have the power efficiency and the longer battery life, but with improved performance. I'm not sure the business community is necessarily a perfect model for this kind of devices. I think the business community would still perhaps prefer, they certainly have the money to buy more high-end devices. But having said that, for example, the OQO, I don't know if you've ever seen an OQO. An OQO is about this big, so it's very, very portable. And I believe that's very popular with business people who quite literally they need to access their email or other internet-based services through a very small device that can literally fit inside their pocket. So I don't know, I think for this kind of device, this size, maybe not this is not ideal for business people. But then again, 300 to 400 euros, I guess is a price point that a lot of young people can afford. I mean, it's not a coincidence that you see these kind of products. They also have pink and white and yellow and blue, and I think that's also a market for young people, young ladies. So with this in mind, I think the $300 to $400 price range is acceptable.
Aesthetic appearance is important.
Well, I think if you look at the way the manufacturer chooses the color, it can also give you an idea of what kind of market they're focusing on. And certainly a selection, before when you're talking about business people, of course it's black, or silver, right? But now if you've seen devices in yellow and blue and red and pink, I think that's an indication that that there's a market, there is a market there already, a section of younger people who perhaps they could never afford the $2,000 Sony, but now they can afford something between